Welcome to the news for all the world. Today we bring you exclusive coverage of a powerful and symbolic moment that is making headlines across the globe. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has made a high-profile visit to one of the most important U.S. naval installations in Asia, the Yokosuka Naval Base in Japan. This visit, which included an inspection of the USS George Washington, a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier, has sent a strong message about American power, security commitments, and strategic presence in the Indo-Pacific region. The Yokosuka Naval Base, located just south of Tokyo, is one of the largest and most vital overseas naval bases operated by the United States. It serves as the home port for the U.S. 7th Fleet, which plays a central role in maintaining peace and stability in the Pacific. The base has long been a symbol of the enduring U.S. Japan alliance, one of the most critical partnerships in the modern world. When Trump arrived there, the event was not just a routine visit. It was a statement, both to allies and adversaries, that the United States remains fully committed to defending its interests and supporting its partners in the region. Trump's visit drew large crowds of U.S. service members, Japanese officials, and media outlets eager to witness what would unfold. As he stepped onto the base, cameras captured every moment. He was greeted by military officers, sailors, and commanders of the Pacific Fleet. The atmosphere was formal, yet filled with energy. Many saw this visit as an opportunity to reaffirm U.S. strength in Asia at a time of rising geopolitical tensions. The presence of the USS George Washington added to that symbolism. The massive aircraft carrier, with its steel hull, towering flight deck, and powerful presence, stood as a living emblem of American military power. Trump's first stop was a briefing by senior naval officers who discussed the current situation in the Indo-Pacific. The topics included the growing influence of China, North Korea's missile threats, and the importance of keeping key sea routes secure. The former president listened carefully, occasionally asking direct questions about naval readiness and regional stability. Those who attended said he appeared deeply focused and engaged throughout the discussions. After the briefing, Trump moved to the flight deck of the USS George Washington. As he climbed the steps and reached the open deck, he was surrounded by sailors in uniform, lined up in precise formation. The blue ocean stretched out behind them, with Japanese coastal hills visible in the distance. It was a striking image. Cameras flashed as Trump waved to the sailors and began shaking hands with some of them. He spoke briefly to a group of officers, thanking them for their service and acknowledging their sacrifices. He said that the strength of the United States comes not only from its weapons or technology, but from the dedication of these men and women who wear the uniform. His message was simple but powerful. He emphasized that peace in Asia depends on strength, readiness, and unity among allies. He said America's partnership with Japan remains one of the strongest in the world, and that this alliance will continue to grow. As Trump toured the ship, he inspected the command center, flight operations area, and aircraft maintenance sections. He spent time speaking with pilots and crew members about their missions, challenges, and experiences at sea. The sailors expressed pride in their work and their role in defending global freedom of navigation. Trump, in return, praised their professionalism and assured them that the United States would continue to invest in advanced defense capabilities to support their efforts. Throughout the visit, security was tight and media coverage was extensive. Japanese officials also joined parts of the tour, reflecting the deep coordination between the two nations. Many observers viewed this as a signal of mutual confidence and shared strategic goals. For Japan, the visit reinforced its trust in the U.S. security umbrella. For the United States, it reaffirmed its leadership role in maintaining stability in Asia. In the broader context, this event also came at a time when regional tensions are rising. China's assertive actions in the South China Sea, ongoing disputes over Taiwan, and North Korea's continued missile testing have created an uncertain environment. Against that backdrop, Trump's presence at Yokosuka and his focus on the USS George Washington projected a clear message of deterrence. The United States is not stepping back. It remains fully present and ready to act when necessary. The USS George Washington, which was commissioned in the early 1990s, has a long history of deployments across the Pacific. It carries more than 5,000 crew members and up to 90 aircraft, including advanced fighter jets and helicopters. The ship has served in humanitarian missions, military exercises, and major operations. Its presence in Japan symbolizes not only military might, but also a commitment to cooperation, freedom of movement, and global maritime security. Trump's inspection of the ship served as a reminder of how crucial such assets are to U.S. power projection. As he continued his tour, Trump also met with Japanese defense leaders and U.S. ambassadors stationed in Tokyo. The discussions centered around defense modernization, joint military drills, and new security frameworks to address evolving threats. The two sides highlighted the importance of keeping the Indo-Pacific free and open, a principle that has guided U.S. strategy in the region for decades. Later in the day, Trump addressed a group of service members and journalists gathered at the Naval Base auditorium. His speech focused on unity, preparedness, and the importance of alliances. He told the audience that America's strength abroad depends on maintaining strong friendships, especially with trusted partners like Japan. He said that by standing together, the two nations can ensure peace and prevent aggression. His remarks drew applause from the crowd. He also took a moment to honor the history of cooperation between the U.S. and Japan. He mentioned how the two countries, once adversaries, have built one of the most enduring and successful alliances in modern history. He spoke about the shared values of freedom, democracy, and mutual respect that bind both nations. His tone was serious but optimistic. As the visit continued, media commentators began calling it a powerful moment for both countries. Political analysts noted that such visits carry deep symbolic weight. They remind the world that the United States continues to lead and that its partnerships are not merely words, but active, living commitments. For Japan, this was also a chance to show solidarity and cooperation at the highest level. By the time Trump's visit concluded, the images of him standing on the deck of the USS George Washington had spread worldwide. News outlets replayed the footage repeatedly, describing it as a dramatic and strategic display. Many noted how the aircraft carrier's presence, combined with Trump's strong words, reinforced U.S. credibility in the Indo-Pacific. Diplomats and defense experts pointed out that the visit came during a period when many nations are re-evaluating their defense priorities. Japan itself has been increasing its military spending and expanding cooperation with the United States and other partners like Australia and South Korea. Trump's visit underscored the shared understanding that maintaining peace requires constant vigilance. The symbolism of Yokosuka runs deep. It was once a Japanese Imperial Navy base before becoming a U.S. stronghold after World War II. Today, it represents the transformation of two former enemies into close allies. Every visit by an American leader to Yokosuka reinforces that narrative of transformation and enduring partnership. Trump's appearance there also carried domestic implications back home. Supporters praised him for maintaining focus on military strength and for projecting confidence on the global stage. Critics questioned the timing and motives of the visit, but few denied its impact. The visual power of the event and the message of determination resonated with audiences worldwide. Military analysts later discussed the operational importance of Yokosuka and the 7th Fleet. The fleet's role extends from the Western Pacific to the Indian Ocean, covering some of the world's busiest and most contested waterways. It works closely with Japanese maritime self-defense forces, conducting exercises and joint patrols. Together, they form a key line of defense against potential threats in the region. Trump's time aboard the USS George Washington concluded with a short private meeting with senior officers. Sources described the conversation as focused and strategic, emphasizing preparedness, technology upgrades, and cooperation with allies. Afterward, he posed for photos with the crew and signed a commemorative plaque to mark his visit. As he departed, sailors cheered and waved. The aircraft carrier's band played a ceremonial tune, while flags fluttered in the wind. The moment captured the essence of unity, strength, and purpose that defines the U.S. military presence in Asia. Outside the base, crowds of Japanese citizens and international journalists gathered to watch the motorcade leave. Many expressed admiration for the visible show of friendship between Japan and the United States. Local news channels described it as a historic moment that reaffirmed trust between both nations. As the day ended, the broader implications of the visit became clear. It was not just a tour of a ship or a photo opportunity. It was a reaffirmation of American resolve and a reminder that the U.S. Japan alliance remains a cornerstone of global security. The visit highlighted the shared understanding that peace must be protected through strength, cooperation, and commitment. For the sailors and officers stationed at Yokosuka, Trump's visit was also personal. It reminded them that their work is recognized and appreciated. It gave them renewed motivation and pride in their mission. For Japanese leaders, it strengthened confidence in the enduring partnership that helps safeguard their nation and the region. Internationally, the visit was seen as part of a larger pattern of renewed U.S. engagement in Asia. As global challenges evolve, events like this send clear signals that America's presence remains active and influential. The Indo-Pacific is now the center of global strategic competition, and the United States intends to remain a leading force in maintaining stability. As images of Trump's visit continue to circulate online and in global media, the narrative of a powerful moment remains fitting. It was a display of leadership, alliance, and vision. The sight of a former American president standing on a massive warship, addressing sailors, and reaffirming commitment to peace and strength will be remembered for a long time. The Yokosuka visit underscored that the future of peace in Asia depends on vigilance, partnership, and power. The U.S.-Japan alliance stands as proof that nations can move from conflict to cooperation and from rivalry to shared purpose. In a world where uncertainty often dominates headlines, moments like this offer clarity and confidence. Thank you for watching the news for all the world. Stay informed, stay aware, and keep following our coverage for more updates from around the world. If you found this report insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you accurate, global, and engaging news every day.